What's going on, people that aren't watching? How are you?
What
I
up?
don't care because you're not here. Yay.
Go, baby.
She wanted to be able to come on and say hi.
All right.
So, yeah.
Welcome to the Grumpy Old Dudes Impromptu Pop-Up Podcast.
That's how we're doing it these days.
Bye-bye.
We're doing pop-ups.
That's right.
We actually
every
did
other
this.
every other thing in fashion, we're like 10 years late to the party, right?
That's right. We're popping up like
We're popping up like a 90-year-old.
like Ryan Reynolds' wiener when there's a room full of children.
Oh, and here we go. Hang on. I gotta dust off.
Oh, that was just for them.
Damn it! I gotta dust off the dust off the ticker. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. I didn't have to do it the last time because we were promoting a convention, so you were on your best behavior, and now you're like, fuck it.
Well, I did kind of like, if you recall, make some comments about some potential other guests who turned out to be a charming individual.
Yes, I remember, and I agree.
like the whole time I was on the I don't know about this Vic fella, what with all the controversy, and then we met him, and
solid dude,
nice guy, a lot of crowd work. He can't sing for shit, but otherwise he's a good dude.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
Our boy Zach can't really sing well either, but that's what actors do. They act like they can sing.
Yeah. And alcohol helps you believe it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
So we decided to do this thing for our boy Gene, who decided at the last minute he's in the hospital and wanted to do like a live stream with us. And currently he's not here.
Yeah. Well, I hate to, pop it up by, schedule something and not do anything. So
yeah.
Because I had to reschedule 5 minutes because Chris is always on Chris Zaragoza time, which is whenever the fuck he wants it to be.
ZPT, Zaragoza people time.
Yeah, all right, let's go with that one. Why not? ZPT. So, funny thing, I had to go in the office today, right? So, I have a friend there. She's about to turn 28. I mentioned the movie Euro Trip. I had no idea what I was talking about. Never seen it.
Yeah.
Never seen it. So it is. It's a phenomenal movie that every time it's on, I have to watch it. It
blows my mind when somebody hasn't seen it, even though I know that it is actually like a
25 years old.
Well, it's like an obscure flick, even without the age added to it. Like it wasn't even really that huge or popular when it came out,
Yeah, well, I remember Kristen was in it, so I was. Yes. That was a happy surprise.
Right.
But she texted me about 40 minutes ago and says, "Oh my God, this movie is so fucking funny."
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I asked her if she knew that Scotty didn't know, and I'm like, how'd you like Matt Damon as a punk rocker? And she's like, that was Matt Damon,
right? No, he did a really good job at disguising himself. Honestly, man,
yeah.
The look fit him though. It was a good look for him.
It did, yeah.
You should just stick with that look.
Style back in the 90s, as I recall.
What's that?
It was your style back in the 90s, that I recall.
A little bit, yeah. He should just stick with that look, Yeah,
I mean, you had,
You could pull like Mayor McTitties here.
But, yeah. Yeah, it was good. So, yeah, I'm hoping Gene will be able to pop on here. But, yeah, we wanted to come on and, talk about nothing, which is kind of what we do.
Well, Gene had some stuff he wanted to talk about, so I have no actual idea. Well, I'm Cyril here.
Well, like every other podcast we do.
Yeah, I just noticed your fucking tagline there, buddy. John Carmichael, the thread that holds the well-hung universe together.
Hey,
You want to
look,
go into that? You want to explain how that's going to be? How that's been every extra role you've done? Is
well, look.
in
If
your
I'm not going to be
contract?
paid, if I'm not going to be paid for a role because I'm doing a favor for a friend, right? I want to make myself laugh. All right, that's worth the work. So every extra role I do, whatever extra I am, it has to be preceded with well hung. So it could be well hung pizza maker,
Right. Well, like
well hung pedestrian.
like the fucking Frozen Empire credit, the well-hung pedestrian.
Yeah, these are all things that again for me has to be there. And if you want to pay me, I'll be whatever you want. Yeah, all right. We'll stick
They're
with
like,
that.
hey, act like a well-hung pedestrian right now. Yeah. Hey, act like a well-hung pizza maker. Hey, you could shadow our boy TJ for that. You'd be like, TJ, I need some tips. I'm supposed to be a well-hung pizza maker. I need to know what to do.
And I hear you give tips like nobody else.
That's right.
She got a tip. She got a tip.
It's super weird to me, by the way, that he's like Mr. IT for like almost a decade now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I know.
I still think back, like when I think about him and his job title stuff, I still think about him running a restaurant and making pizzas and all, you know? Yeah. That was a real big pivot.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He was dating a troll.
He even worked for us, remember? Like doing some shit. Like
we got him into the IT field.
Yeah, I'm saying he even worked. I got him into the thing with concert, and then he works for us doing the on-site fixes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
and that was a long fucking time ago.
It really was. It really was. Back when I was younger and fucking gave a shit about shit.
And gave a shit about shit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Who gives a shit about shit these days? Because the shit's shitty.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. So I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet. I plan to do that. We should do that this week, maybe.
Yeah, dude, I'm down for that. Down for that. I gotta travel to Clearwater every day this week. So that's Clearwater, Florida, for nobody who's watching. So I want to jump on. I want to try to get some shit.
So, all right. Sorry, I'm messaging Gene here, being like, "Yo,
I see that. Yeah, so I'll pop up on my screen.
Where you at? I mean, there he is.
There he is. Look at that. We got his camera on.
Well, I got a patient just my feet. I see if you had any feet fetishists in the audience, this would be great for them.
Yeah, we can see your feet. It'll be like a similar to Dr. Claw, but like, you know.
Hey, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that'll get us the Quentin Tarantino views.
Is there TV on in the background? Is that what I'm hearing?
There was, but now there's not. I'm sorry. I'm really unprepared for all of this. It's been a while.
It's all good, brother. So yeah, we were just bullshitting, waiting for you anyway. So Gene, we met. John, I think you were there at the time at MegaCon. He was running a panel about indie comic books. I know that.
I do recall that.
Yeah, with was Psych. Is that how you said his name? I forget.
That's
Seek. Okay.
Seek is still out there YouTubing. He's doing pretty well. He's making tons of videos. It's Venom. Yeah, and they're focused on Venom. Somehow he's managed to keep doing an interesting vlog about Venom. I don't know.
Well, I know he went on to do like some shit with Lego for a while too.
Yeah, he was doing some stuff with Lego.
But that's how I met you. Was you guys were running that panel, and then the rest is history, I guess, man.
Yeah, that MegaCon before it was bought by whoever owned it now. That was a great little convention for indie people to just go to. And I got to do the big indie panel, which we had like 100 people in there. So I like Mega at this point.
Yeah, it got really big and then completely focused on just celebrity guests. So now it's kind of like LineCon.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, Gene, I noticed you put fall risk on there, man. You join the club, buddy. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, fall risk.
Every fucking step I take, man.
Oh man,
it's a potential fall, buddy.
Yeah, that makes life fun.
Until you fall, and then
you're gonna be doing it intentionally again soon, right?
What's that?
I said John's gonna be doing it intentionally again soon. I hear.
Yeah. I mean, that's
we got roped into doing a movie called Killer Grannies.
Really?
Called
like a small indie production.
Yeah, it's gonna be like some horror flick. Like we've done a couple of them here and there, mostly to get our kids in.
Nice.
But this one's more for just doing a favor for a friend. So I'm gonna be stunt driving in it. John's gonna throw himself in front of a car.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I haven't done stunts in 23 years.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gonna be a well-hung guy who falls in front of a car. Maybe.
Is that gonna be your credit?
Well-hung corpse.
No, well-hung roadkill.
Nice. Man, I really wanted to do movies. I couldn't do stunt stuff. In fact, I'd stay as far hell away as that as I possibly could.
Now look, if you're fall risk, you learn how to fall, so you mitigate pain.
Yeah,
so,
you'd be pretty good at stunts, I bet.
Maybe. It looked like in camera at least.
Yeah, dude. We've been doing a few here and there, like on the indie scene. Just like I said, mostly my daughter wants to be in movies.
Right.
So I'll be like, "You got to roll for a kid? Cool. We'll do the fucking thing then."
Yeah, it's good.
We've been doing conventions lately. That's been fun.
Have you been?
Yeah. As celebrity guests, man, they keep bringing us out, and we keep going.
Chris
I like meeting fancy kids.
I didn't want to do it. Like for me, that shit was in the past. You know what I mean? So after I got hurt, I'm like, I don't want to. Who cares about shit that happened 20 years ago? And they, I never really, I'm supposed to be the other guy. So who cares about a stunt guy that can't really walk as well anymore? You know what I mean? So
it's fandom, dude. It doesn't matter if you did it today or 20 years ago. If it's good and people like it, then they want to talk about it. Period.
I get a lot of love from the Transformers crowd. Sometimes Fast and Furious. John gets his ego stroked whenever anybody's super into Smallville.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
He will fucking talk to a Smallville fan for an hour at the table and just like.
Let's be honest. Who spends more time at the table? The 1 or 2 Smallville fans at each convention, or the 13 or 14 autistic Transformer kids that come in and tell you what's what?
Oh, dude, that's my wheelhouse, baby. That's my bread and butter. I don't mean bread and butter as in they're paying, because I always end up giving them free pictures and shit, like free autographs, because I love meeting the fans in general.
Yeah,
especially kids, man. So like when there's like. And it's always like I get like I'm like a magnet for fucking autistic kids, man. Like
you really are.
Like they will fucking keep coming back to the table the whole goddamn convention with like random questions, like "What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite? Why did this thing make this noise?
What kind of engine did the car have in it?"
Yeah, like straight up all day. And I'm patient. I'll answer it to the best of my ability.
The fact is, you do like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
My son Liam said last night, I think, he's like, "Daddy, I want to be a stuntman when I grow up." I'm like, shit. So I'm like, you realize
It's
that could
it's cool
that could
though.
hurt.
Yeah, but when your kids get older and tell you they want to do stuff, it's scary because you're like, oh man,
Well,
they have
the thing
to
is,
My
actually
daughter's
get out of
wanted
this
to be
box.
a veterinarian since 2, even though I was teaching her science at about that same age.
Yeah, but
Like I was teaching her how to take fake punches and fall right and all that shit. I fucking put her in martial arts. She's almost a 2nd degree black belt now. Gymnastics, all the shit. She'd make a dope fucking stunt person, but she wants to be a vet like a fucking normie. Get a fucking regular job, go to work.
Yeah. Well, trust me, man, it happens to all of us.
Not all of us.
Yeah, well, shut up. I had to face facts. I was in my 20s and did not have nearly enough money to retire. So I had to.
Why? And you were a big pussy and decided to take a regular job. I get it.
Right here, buddy. Right here.
I just, live off of charm and luck and charisma. That's good.
Yeah.
More luck than anything. Like Gene, I think it's it. I have shit medical luck, but I got good luck everywhere else.
and that's the way to go. Whatever keeps you.
So, Gene, you wanted to come on and chat, man. What do you want to talk about?
I don't. You guys don't know I'm in the hospital right now, and I am so bored. It's like I was thinking about.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was thinking about feeling off today, so that's how bored it was. It was incredible. It was crazy. I didn't do that because the doc were always too quick getting here. So.
Now, Gene, are you on the Wi-Fi there in the room? Or are you?
Yeah, you're getting a little garbled, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. But yeah,
you getting those good sponge
baths?
Yeah, that's better.
No, I wish I was. I wish I was getting a good sponge bath. I'm pretty upset that I haven't got a sponge bath because I've actually had some very good nurses this time around. No. I'm not going to do that.
Listen, just tell your groin hurts and it needs to be massaged vigorously.
Yeah, you're talking to Mayor McTitties himself, I'll go to bat.
Man.
Lord Chestington.
Yeah. But
I forgot. So we were doing a promo video for one of the conventions, and we had the con runner come on. And I had forgotten that my name was still carried over from the last episode we had done before, which was when we had Mikey Wood. We had his birthday fucktacular is what we called it.
Yeah.
And my name was like Lord Chestington. What was it? Like
McFunbags.
Yeah, McFunbags the third. And that was my name when
the
runner came on.
Oh man.
So,
It's funny. I haven't been to a convention in a few years. It's very odd. I used to go to all the conventions, like every one I could get to. And I because I'm cheap, I was able to turn that podcasting into like free tickets for like every kind. I didn't actually pay to go to con.
Bro, you still can, man. I actually just got press passes for a buddy of mine to go to fucking Fanboy Expo Orlando. I hooked up another set for
wait
somewhere up north. I don't know.
We got press passes at Fanboy.
I just got fucking notified.
And you gave them away, you son of a bitch.
Trade for work, man. Trade for work. TJ is gonna come fix up some shit on my car. He wants to meet Nerd-O-Rama.
Well, he'll be at UltraCon.
I got Larry there and then got fucked out of that deal. He's no longer a client under me, so.
Maybe you can see Larry at UltraCon. It's funny. I've never met him.
Yeah, about the whole. So that's a funny story that you mentioned that he was going to UltraCon because I actually reached out to UltraCon to get him brought on, and the guy was like, yeah, I'd love to do that. And then like basically ghosted me and then announced that he had Larry Hama because he reached out direct.
Yeah. Well, I think
Like a fucking dick.
the guy who runs Ultra, Irving, has a pretty good hookup with Larry throughout the years because of his
Yeah, but he still pulled some shit. Like
Yeah.
basically it made him think to bring him, and then he fucking blocked me in
What?
general.
Really?
Oh yeah. He threw a little bitch fit at me and then blocked me
That sucks, man.
because I was like, dude, like I just want to know, did you already have something in the works, or did you go to him because I brought him up to you? And and I asked him that, and he like threw a fucking bitch fit and then blocked me. And I'm like, all right. Like I was originally gonna talk to him about fucking John and I going for free for him and shit, but nah, he played some fucking dumb whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't have any like personal beef with him. He just acted like a fucking bitch. Is all,
What do you guys think about? So we're talking about con runners that we have experience with. One of the old ones is coming back because when SuperCon was sold to whatever the fuck company it was, I don't remember. The guy who sold it, Broder, had a 5-year non-compete clause, and it's been 5 years, and now
he's gonna relaunch.
Well, he's been relaunching in other states all this time. He hasn't just been sitting around, watching Blacklist or anything. He's been making this new GalaxyCon thing, and so now that
is he GalaxyCon now? Okay, I've seen the GalaxyCon stuff. A lot of it's virtual. I noticed.
It was during COVID. I don't know, but I know he's done real cons. But
right. I know he still does some virtual, like where you can just pay to get your shit signed or whatever.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But I saw he actually did have a con as well.
Yeah, he's coming back. So the cons are going to explode in the area. We'll have Mega and Galaxy and the Fan Expo stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've had pretty much con gigs solid for the last 4 months.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months. At least one a month. We've been guesting at.
Yeah.
Which is fun. We did. We just got done with BartoCon.
BartoCon
Saturday.
I've never been to that show, but I hear a lot of good stuff about it. Is that a good show?
This was our first time going to BartoCon, which is their indoor one.
Mm-hmm.
Sci-Fi Barto was great. It was outdoors, whatever, which can be rough in Florida. But there was a good crowd, even with it was lightly raining.
Right.
It's hard to kind of judge. I know that fucking Vic Mignogna had a shitload of people show up in cosplay just specifically for him to sign stuff, and he had a line all goddamn day. But it was a slow con day because of the whole tropical storm thing, and people were fucking not wanting to come out, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to know how it would have normally been.
Right.
But it was. It was nice. It was a fun day.
Nice.
Kids had fun.
We brought the kids with us. Mine dressed up in cosplay and freaking.
Yeah, went up on the cosplay contest stage.
Yeah, I like doing some cosplay myself, especially now because of my illness. I've lost a little bit of weight, and I'm down to 200 pounds. So I could actually do something other than the Kingpin for a cosplay.
Nice. You should do it.
Yeah,
get it done, man. We believe in you.
Yeah, so I forget what area you live in. You're not in Orlando and shit. Aren't you down south?
Yeah, I'm down in West Palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now at least.
You're actually right out by fucking UltraCon and shit, right?
What's that?
Isn't UltraCon right out by you?
Yeah, kind of. You were at the fairgrounds, I think.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
That's cool. So if we ever actually reconnect with Irving and he wants to have us out, then we can hang out there.
And sorry, again. Yeah, that's there. That's here. Some other cons have been right in West Palm. Fatality Fest was here one year, and that was in West Palm. But that was we probably had the worst rain during that show that I've ever seen. So nobody came out to the show. So I never ended up doing a second one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's kind of what happened. What was that? We're sending Mikey nudes.
No,
Fucking, we
I was thinking
kind of
old
had the
banner.
similar thing. That's what I was saying about BartoCon, was that people got a little worried about the potential for the rain or whatever. I'm sure had something to do with it.
Well, Fatality Fest completely ignored the fact that Florida was a wet state, and it hit so bad that day, man. It was like torrential rain if you went outside, and so that was rough for them. And it was cool though because they had good guests. They had spent the money on good guests, so they spent all this money so that I could be in a room with like the girl from the what's her name, Linda Hamilton, and God, I'm sorry. My memory's not good tonight. And the black guy from Ghostbusters, Ernie Hudson.
So, is that
Ernie
because
Hudson.
they're giving you the good drugs?
Yeah, they are.
John hung out with Ernie Hudson at, of all places, fucking Shark Con.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What are you doing in Shark Con?" He's like, "Dude, if they fucking pay me, I'll show up wherever. Kids' birthday party, I don't give a fuck."
Literally what he said. He's like, I don't care what the movie is. If they're paying, I'll do it. I don't care.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So if you want Ernie Hudson to do Parker's birthday party, you just come up with a couple bucks and he'll do it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Parker be like,
the fucking jumpsuit, old man.
They're like, you do a trick for me, Hudson.
Exactly. Step and fetch it, sir.
Yeah, Lord knows he's not doing quantum anymore.
Oh, put the banner up, John.
Oh, what banner? What are you doing?
I was saying Ernie Hudson needs to step and fetch it, old man.
All right, fair. Okay.
But yeah, that's why
the banner's already up. Ryan Reynolds is a pedophile.
Oh God. But yeah, I like doing shows that fail because they pay their money, hopefully, and if they paid their money and you go to the show, you still get your entertainment.
Right. Well,
So
the thing is, I try to explain, because I've done kind of all the different aspects of conventions, helping set them up, running them, whatever, guesting, fucking providing talent. Like, I've done a lot of different aspects, and the people who want to run a new show, it's the hardest part is to get them to understand that the first year at best they're gonna break even. They're probably going to lose money, and if they're doing it right, that is. But what they want is to give people a great time, right, and fucking get good word of mouth, and then that way the following year they get a huge fucking turnout.
Right.
Like, you don't want to be the small con with like 2 nobody fucking guests and that's it, and then hope that next year you're gonna make a bunch of money. Like, people are gonna be like, it was all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you have to have shows that build up sometimes, and they have to learn their lessons and incorporate those lessons in. And that takes a year, and then people show up, and then like for example, here in this area, there have been a couple cons that I thought were pretty good, but didn't really stick around or make a ton of money because they just, I don't know, maybe it's because they never spent the money on guests. Like Geek Fest? Remember that was at the college?
Yeah.
Couple guys. Yeah, there's Geek Fest. That was an okay show, but it was really just a show where dealers set up and did their thing. There wasn't much in the way of panels, but that's where I met the artist for Gateway Runners.
Yeah.
Aaron, I knew Aaron from here and there. But we went to that.
Honestly, man, sometimes the smaller shows are the best ones, but they have to be aware that they're a smaller show. Like, it's the problem is when small shows want to charge, big show prices and act like they're huge and important, and then they don't really have shit to offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And then you've got the opposite where, like, you have shows that do it right and grow. Like, fuck, MetroCon started out tiny, man, in Tampa.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now they're like a 4-day show. And yeah, I love that they've always, I mean, I know a lot of people got pissed when they went to 4 days because they then moved like Artist Alley into the pay only area. Whereas, the previous years that had been like accessible. So cosplayers could hang out, take pictures. You could go to Artist Alley and shit without buying a ticket. But like, I get it, man. They expanded and started getting better guests. Like, they needed to get that money,
Yeah, and I get that too.
And any more cons are about the guests, and which is, I mean, I guess I get it, but it does kind of suck. I mean, I don't mind being a guest, so
Hey,
that's fine. I don't mind that end of it becoming a thing, but at the same time, like
that's the thing.
It was
we
never
love the fact that they pay guests to show up. Anybody watching, we love that about cons.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm saying, but it's like it used to be there was like a lot of different reasons to go, like different types of people. And now, for the most part, like it's hard. I can't understand like why some fucking vendors and artists and shit pay exorbitant table fees when for big cons, for like MegaCon, that kind of shit. Because no one's coming for that. Like they've spent their money on photo ops and shit before they even walk in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some of the best shows I've been to have been small library shows. Like those are amazing. Those are always a ton of fun. And I usually make a lot more money, and there's a lot more people wanting to read my story. And if I'm going with a book, that's my goal, to get people to read the story. It's not even necessarily about making a profit, although it's nice if I do. And then that's it. You have to know what your goals are going in too. If you go in as a guest, what do you want to do? I love running panels.
You gotta up your prices. It's hard to make a profit. Like you gotta give a lot of hand jobs at a nickel a piece, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
so
that's why
at least go up to like $1,
But Chris always loved his work, so the nickel was a gift for everybody.
That's right. It wasn't about the nickel,
He bought coffee later. Thank you.
That's how he keeps his skin so supple.
That's right. I'm like, it's friendship, baby.
Friendship is forever.
It's like that scene from what was it, Taken in Plain Sight?
Oh.
Or Abducted in Plain Sight, or whatever.
That's the one.
Have you seen that, Gene?
Probably not. Although it sounds like something I'd probably watch.
So it's a documentary. I'm not going to give too much of it away because honestly, as it unfurls on you, it just keeps getting fucking worse. The train wreck. But the basic idea is a young girl got kidnapped by a family friend twice.
Oh, that's with Giancarlo Esposito.
And
right?
No, it was like they did an actual straight up documentary with like the whatever, just normal reenactors, and then they did like a I forget what the fucking name of they did like a dramatic recreation of it based on the events, and that was with Colin Hanks was one of them, was the dad.
Okay.
But the actual, honestly, like
the true story was worse.
Yeah, the true story one, like the actual like talking to the people who were involved and showing it was just like you see these people and it's you go through the whole range of emotions, man. Because like the guy, one spoiler, the guy seduces both parents, and then that's why he gets away with taking the kid the second time because they're afraid he's going to out him because they're all Mormons.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But like he's convinced the girl that like there's alien involvement. Like, dude, it's fucking pure insanity.
Right.
And it's great. But the thing I was referencing was that the guy like stops at a fucking stop sign and is like, I'm arguing with my wife all the time, and I could use a little relief, you know what I mean, buddy? To like the dad, and the guy's like, yeah, that's what friends do, he just needed a little release. So I gave him a hand job, and I'm like, I don't know anything. I've never had a friend like be like, hey man, you want me to jerk you off at a stop sign? I know you've been having a rough day. Like,
you never knew my friends are.
Well, then you don't know true friendship, Chris.
That's what I'm saying. You need to step your game up, John. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I'm out.
Look, we get bored all the time at conventions behind the table. They don't need to know what's going on behind that banner.
Hey, look, I brought the dog this time. It's not my fault you forgot the peanut butter. Okay.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Welcome to the grubby old dude, Gene.
So I'm telling you, we should bring you as a regular every week, man. We'll figure out the logistics of. I mean, obviously you won't be in the hospital on a cell phone, so that'll be a little easier. But
yeah, yeah, I'd love to do it, man. I just have that weird video thing. I'd love to do it as audio, but
well, like I said, we can just throw a still image, man. It's not a big deal.
yeah.
I can throw a thing up there for you.
We can straight up Dr. Claw your ass. It's all good, bud.
I've got a picture someone made of me as Ant-Man. You can use that. It's excellent. One of the local artists.
You just want me to get a screenshot of Michael Keaton Batman and throw that up there for you?
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. Nuts? Do you want to
gray sweatpants with a giant bulge, and that's all we see.
We can figure it out. I'd be cool with that.
How we can change it up every week, man.
Yeah, actually, you can be a different Batman every week.
But make sure it's like always the worst guys. Like I gotta be like Keaton. Well, no, I love Keaton. But after that, make it like Clooney, and then just all
Christian Bale. He sucked.
Yeah. Dude, thank you. Those movies were not Batman.
They were not. They were not good. He was not a good Batman or Bruce.
No.
Like, say what you will, like Val Kilmer, shit Batman, great Bruce.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what pisses me off about Clooney, because the guy just finished doing From Dusk Till Dawn. Imagine that guy from Dusk Till Dawn as Batman.
Right?
And it could have been incredible. But
arguably, he should have been good in both roles.
It was a Schumacher film, though. It was written to be campy. That was his whole.
Yeah, that I don't blame him. He blames himself.
Yeah, very much so.
But I don't blame him at all. It was just bad writing, I think, because he should have been great in both roles.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Play both fucking roles well.
But you get that sometimes. Cavill might have made an okay Superman at some point, but he didn't, and that's never going to change now.
Yeah,
that's what people. I don't know when you guys might love Man of Steel, and I apologize if that's the case, but it's sucks.
Yeah, I wasn't hugely into it. I actually, because of that, like I've never bothered with the Snyder cut of the fucking jail. I never watched it. Didn't bother.
It's awful. Snyder just has this weird thing, man. You know, it's like, first of all, he makes stuff and he's like, so I've got this director's cut, guys. It's like 17 hours long.
Yeah, if you have to fucking put out the 17-hour your version, then it's not a good movie.
Right. Could you imagine studios being happy about that? I'd be so pissed off. Like, you made a different movie, basically, and so it gave me a product that sucks.
Nothing out of this 12-hour masterpiece can be cut, God damn it.
None of it's no good anyway. I mean, that's the thing. Then he gives you this.
Let that asshole write TV if he wants to write so long, you know?
Yeah, and just keep away from my fucking DC characters and my Marvel characters. Just go write something else.
I mean, shit. It's, you know, like he's such a bad director. I kind of understand why his kid did what he did. You know what I mean?
Christopher.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to hang out with that fucking asshole either.
Oh man. Well, you know, I in your defense, which I don't know why I would do that.
Why lump yourself in that category?
But given he was going to be fired from that movie before that stuff happened with his kid. It was, I remember being a fan, you know, of comic stuff at the time and being online. They were going to fire him. It was happening any day now. Yeah.
It made me almost feel like he was fucking capitalizing on the situation, which is really kind of a scumbag thing to do.
Right, exactly.
I'm not saying he wasn't upset. Like I'm not gonna say, you know, he didn't really give a shit. I'm just saying that the fucking writing was on the wall. And then he kind of like used it as a springboard to be like, well, if you'd have seen my true vision, yeah, buddy, we saw your true vision. It sucked.
And then honestly, and this would probably get me in the soup with a lot of people, but no one remembers me anymore, so it doesn't matter. But I think he set up Whedon. He had Fisher go do all that shit. Make those accusations.
Right.
And that sucks.
You're not saying fucking there's not some problematic shit with Joss Whedon.
So,
well, there is. Yeah, because Curtis Carpenter ain't gonna lie about it, I don't think.
Right.
So he's still kind of who he is, I guess. But he shouldn't have lost the ability to work in Hollywood while these guys are still making stuff.
Especially if the same motherfuckers are letting Ezra Miller run wild.
Right, exactly.
Like, all right, so Joss Whedon may or may not have been like downplay Cyborg. I don't know if that was, racism or just Cyborg fucking sucks. Okay, like,
well, yeah.
Like who gives a shit about Cyborg in general? And also, like, I wasn't.
Listen, if I wanted to see an amputee walk around, I'd go to Shriners Hospital. Okay,
right. I was not a fan of that version of like Cyborg anyway. So who gives a shit? But then they tried to play fucking the whole like, it was a racist thing and fuck with Joss Whedon's career when, fucking Ezra Miller's out there like bashing people with fucking bottles, robbing them. Fucking.
Yeah, man. So this stuff happens with Miller. He's strangling ladies in public or whatever he was doing, and kidnapping people into cults or whatever. And Whedon, remember, his high crime was being mean to someone. And he was mean to them. Yeah, he was mean to them. But fuck, man, the swinging pendulum of justice, he definitely ended up on the wrong end of that.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
His crime was being mean, being really mean.
Well, here's the thing: he either needed to suck less, or in some cases suck more. I mean, you want preferential treatment, give preferential prizes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way it worked back then.
Unlike Weinstein and bitches, is all I'm trying to say in general. He misses the good old days in Hollywood when you can get your knob polished.
I'm glad I skipped these last few years. This ain't my Hollywood, buddy.
He's like, what do you want, Toots? You fucking back in my day.
This ain't my Hollywood. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's a shame.
Like, love or hate him, Cosby did throw some good parties.
He made a mean drink, definitely.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, exactly, man. You only needed one or two to get right.
Exactly.
These drinks didn't knock you on your ass, but it was definitely sore afterwards. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
But yeah, nah, man, I get it. Like, fucking Whedon was mean. Aw. But then, he wasn't choking random people, like you said, and fucking committing crimes left and right. And then they went, well, we already made most of this movie, so fuck it, let's use it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Ezra Miller was a shit Flash to begin with. Like, I don't even know what the fucking,
Yeah, the movie was terrible. It sucked because, with being ill, I don't get out much, and I don't have a ton of money. So when I do, I don't go to the movies. But I went out to see Flash, and I paid money for that, and I sat down in the friggin' theater for it.
Right.
And I shouldn't have, because I knew it was going to be Ezra Miller as the Flash. So mostly I went because Spider-Verse was playing, and we saw it both. Parker really wanted to see that, and I really wanted to see that. Because Spider-Man's my thing. In my life, I've been able to see every Spider-Man movie live action on day one. So far.
Yeah. So, what'd you think then in the Flash of that the Nick Cage fucking lawnmower man level of graphics?
Whew, that was something.
Like, holy shit. That you couldn't pay a fucking 10-year-old like a couple of nickels, a couple of dimes maybe to fucking make it better?
Flashpoint is such a good storyline, and they just really tried hard to fuck it up.
Yeah.
So, and then, they took a lot of liberties, and I'm glad they took a lot of liberties because it was so different that it wasn't Flashpoint. So that's great.
Right. Which means they can still do Flashpoint.
Exactly. Well, I hope they don't, because I am getting tired of the same story over and over again with Flash.
Yeah. What I'm getting tired of with Flash is them calling the fucking Flash Barry and then giving him at best a fucking Wally personality.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you want Wally West, then just fucking cast Wally West. Although, I'd like to see a fucking Ginger in there.
Right.
With the actual jokey, like not an anagram of what like John likes to say. Because he's racist, John is he hates.
Am I?
Anyway. But I'm just saying, I personally, they always do that. They go, we're going to go heavy, lean into the humor and the lightheartedness with fucking The Flash. And I'm like, great, but that's not Barry Allen.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, you want to really fucking make some waves? Let's see some fucking impulse in a movie instead.
Oh, that'd be great. I would just like to see
skip them all together and just go straight into that.
I would just like to see a Flash story that isn't from the last 10 years in the comics. Because, there's a year before 1987. And then there was only 2 Flash TV or Flash movie. I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember the Flash thing. It's a Flashpoint. That has to happen because that's now the only story we want people to know about Flash.
Right.
Well,
the big reason for that though is remember, man, after fucking Marvel did the whole MCU, everything's got to be connected. Everybody decided that everything had to be a shared fucking universe. So the only story that DC really has that can make sense for that is Flashpoint. I mean, they could do Blackest Night, but they're not going to because they're deathly fucking afraid of doing anything decent with Green Lantern.
Blackest Night would be tough because, heroes come back. And so you have to keep them in beat. You'd have to take some people off to do that. So that'd be kind of cool. Blackest Night would be really, really hard to do.
Well, then you have to actually start with some regular standalone movies,
Right. DC is the universe. It always has been. I do love my Marvel stuff. I really do. But DC is the universe as far as stuff goes. And you need to remember that. Remember they're badass with DC.
I agree with you.
I'm really looking forward to gun stuff.
I was hoping to see the fucking Young Avengers shit really pay off, but now they're kind of like pumping the brakes on the Marvel thing. You know what I mean?
It's weird that Young Avengers isn't happening because there's so many Marvel movies. They've introduced the entire cast of Young Avengers.
Everyone but Hulkling.
Yeah. And that's easy enough to do.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to Gunn because, I've been a fan of Gunn himself since he was working over at Trauma with, on the Toxic Avenger stuff or Romeo and Juliet. Right. So behind the scenes stuff because I was a big Trauma guy. So, I met Lloyd because he on the shows he did and showings he did. And I love their stuff. So I always know him and his people. And he was one of those people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pop
I'll tell you right now, I pretty much love everything he fucking touches anyway. I wasn't as in love with like Brightburn.
I love that so much.
It was good, but it's been fucking done to death. Like that whole concept. You know what I mean? I would have loved to see the next, like the spin-off ones that they kind of teased at the end that never actually came to fruition.
Yeah.
But Evil Superman has been done into the fucking ground.
Perfectly
fine with the fucking Aquaman one they mentioned or the Amazonian chick that they mentioned. You know what I mean? Like all that shit.
Yeah.
Have been fantastic movies. But like how many what if Superman was a bad guy things are we going to fucking get? You know what I mean? Like that's the only problem I have with Brightburn. Otherwise, it was fantastic. But it was just a story that's been fucking done to death.
Well, the thing that pissed me off is there were no follow-up movies because they set it up.
Right.
And
that's what I'm saying. I would have loved the follow-up movies. I just could have done without fucking starting it out with Superman. But
yeah. And other stuff he's done, like Super. Super is the greatest thing in the world. With Rainn Wilson.
What's that?
Rainn Wilson in Super is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That was insane, right?
Yeah.
It's such a good movie, and I think a lot of people that are just learning about him from this DC stuff are going to go check out some of that stuff, and they're going to be blown away. I think, especially
I'll tell
something.
you too. Like, if nothing else, he has earned my fucking trust to like, and a lot of people use this against him, where I'm like all for it. Fucking Peacemaker, straight up. I was like, he can do no wrong, man. Like that was just perfect from start to finish.
So good, man.
Even with the changes he made, but that's why people are like, I don't think he can do an adequate Superman because everything's a fucking joke to him. I'm willing to give it a chance, but I will say I'm not loving the little fucking the looks that we're getting from Superman.
Well, I think it's on purpose because we're not getting any action shots. We're getting him on a bed, leaning over, putting on his shoes, and we're getting him, as Clark Kent. And I love the Clark Kent look, by the way.
I'm just saying, I've seen, like, we have fucking cosplay friends that look better, but I don't, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to judge it on that alone. If it's a good movie with the worst fucking costuming in the world, whatever, I'll deal with it.
It may take something away from it, but it can still be good.
Man, I think the costume's fine, and I think we haven't seen it in a movie with the proper lighting, but we haven't seen it what it was the way it was designed for it. And I think when you see it, it's going to be fucking great.
Well, I don't have so much a problem with, like, as a lot of people have with the Superman costume. I'm not so much in love with the fucking Mr. Terrific thing,
I think, and a lot of people are a little bit off on that stuff. I think the reason they're all wearing those specific jackets is, they're obviously on a team and are being paid, but they're not the elite or whatever they're calling themselves. I think they are the conglomerate.
Right. Well, I also see that it seems like he's doing, leaning into fucking JLI stuff too.
So,
like with Guy Gardner's, with the fucking symbol that he's rocking, looks like it's tying back to fucking Lord, like Max Lord.
Yeah, he's being played by Gunn's brother.
Yeah. I am. I'm honestly surprised that they didn't fucking have Maxwell Lord be fucking Pedro Pascal again or whatever, because he's in every fucking thing. Which, goddamn, I am so fucking tired of seeing him in so many things. Like, I hate everything about the casting. Every single fucking thing that I've seen with the Fantastic Four casting stuff, I hate.
They give us fucking Krasinski in a movie, and he's fucking perfect.
I disagrry with that.
No,
I don't I thought Krasinski was fucking terrible as Reed Richards.
Yeah, he did the bet on that one.
What?
He acted like he was trying to sound guy who was acting smart.
I don't think so.
He was trying too hard to sound smart, and so I
love the subtle bit with him being a leader, and that happens in that scene with everyone, with the whatever they're called, the stupid
Illuminati.
Yeah, stupid alliance that Bendis made up. So they walk in, and you have all these powerful guys. You got like Black Bolt, and I don't remember who else was there. It doesn't matter because I was too fixed on this great read. They walk in the room, and Scarlet Witch goes defensive because she's not sure what these guys are going to do. Reed steps in between her and the Illuminati. He does. He makes a point of stepping in between them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, like I said, the look of him was fine. It was just every time he opened his mouth, he sounded like somebody who was trying too hard to sound smart. It drove me nuts. I just don't think he had the acting chops to be Reed. I just don't
know about that. I think Krasinski is fantastic. And I don't think you could, and looks wise, I don't think you have anyone who could possibly look any more like Reed than that guy.
No, that's what I said. The look of him was great.
Yeah.
I just would have loved to see somebody who was like not with. Look, they went too far in the other direction with the, fucking. God damn it! Have you seen any of the images that from the test footage stuff they did where fucking Pascal still has his stupid little fucking mustache?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is not That's not going to be in the film, right there.
No, I think it is because he has like no fucking face like without that. Like, so that might be a hard fucking line for him.
No, I don't think Reed will have that.
I hope to God not. I honestly wish that they would just recast like everything. I don't know. Like,
I think the movie's going to be good though. I really do.
I fucking hope. And what I hope is we don't get another shitty origin movie. And I hope to God we don't get like they don't. I don't know, man. When it comes to Fantastic Four, we don't need the fucking origin 50 times, just like we don't need it with Spider-Man or Batman.
No,
Yeah.
We don't need the fucking Silver Surfer. We don't really need Galactus.
No, I was a little disappointed to hear Galactus popping up so soon. I would love to have seen, because I have a whole Fantastic Four story idea in my head, and it involves the Frightful Four. Because I like the idea of them fighting a team. And in my story, the Frightful Four also worked for the same people that Reed and crew did. They were like the B team that was off to the side. And so when FF got famous and rich and stuff, and this B team kind of faded, and that made them mad. So the Wizard, who's an egotistical punk, comes in and tries to do stuff. And you make a Bob Odenkirk. You make Bob Odenkirk the friggin' Wizard. That's it. It was your FF movie.
Yeah, I could see him.
It would be so good. I had a whole cast worked out. None of the cast were the people I picked, were the people that are in this movie. But yeah, it all worked out. Everyone down to the last people.
All right, so
if we're gonna see Doom, honestly, I would like to, especially since this movie is going to start out with that whole like throwback to the '60s aesthetic shit.
Yeah,
dude, go back to the Doom and Reed and fucking college stories, man.
Well, yeah, that's the way to do it for sure.
Let them be friends, like competitive friends and shit,
and
build from there. Like,
absolutely.
Honestly, that's kind of one of the things I liked about what we did at Smallville is, we got to see the beginning of Lex kind of making that transition.
Yeah.
And Chris he says it's not accurate, but if you take it for what it was a good show.
It was good fun. I didn't watch a lot of it, but
Yeah, Lord knows I don't watch your movies just because you were in them.
I watched the first few seasons. Once you left, I'm like, it's all right. No, I just kind of stopped. Like, I don't know when I stopped or why. Like Supernatural, I hit like season 6 and fucking stopped that too. I don't know why. Mad Men, I couldn't get past the first few, and then I was just like,
I love Mad Men.
It just wasn't grabbing me. Like, it's hard for me not to watch something all the way to the end. So the only reason I got out of the spiral of Mad Men was because, like, I think I like lost fucking cable or power or something for a while, and then I was like, oh, I've not watched it long enough that I can walk away clean.
So, Mad Men is basically built for you, dude.
Mad Men's amazing. I love that show.
I might give it another shot, but it was just like not grabbing me the first time I watched it. There's been a few shows that were like that turned out to be some of my favorite shows. That like the first time I tried them, I was just like,
Sure.
For me, you know what did that for me was Grimm. Like in the first season of Grimm, I was like, Lindsay, my wife Lindsay kept watching it. Second season it got better, and then I watched it all the way through.
I kind of felt that way about Grimm as well. Andrea really liked it as well and wants to like restart it. I'm like, maybe.
But the first season was kind of garbage. I'm just,
right. Well, that's kind of like Parks and Rec. It took me forever because I'd watch the first season and be like, this is fucking hot garbage. Like, I hate this.
That wanted nothing to do with Parks and Rec, but I ended up loving it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I watched it like most of the first season. I watched 3 fucking times before I finally powered through. And then once they dropped the like, this is a mockumentary like The Office and got rid of fucking Brandanowitz or whatever and like brought in the other two, it turned into a completely different show, and it was an amazing show. Yeah,
and once they realized that their strength was in their characters, and they rolled with that. And you got rid of the guy Chris, who was he never did anything but put me to sleep. He just didn't have a real function on the show. He didn't have anything that was different humor-wise either to bring to the thing.
Honestly, my favorite parts of Parks and Rec were the outtakes.
Yeah. And but I think it got better.
Not already, John. I know what you're thinking of.
I know which one you're thinking of. Yeah.
You know what's good? I finally get into it now. Was the Blacklist.
So Blacklist was pretty fantastic up until the end, man. The last, I don't know, a couple seasons that I watched. I don't know that I've even watched the very end because I just fucking don't know if it went further. But once it started getting into all the like explanation of, you know, who fucking read and all that, well, I'm like, I could not give a fuck less about any of this shit. Like,
yeah, well,
tie back to fucking the mom and this and that. And I'm like, I don't care. I just don't give a shit. Like,
I may not get that
the fucking monster of the week style, and let's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a bad dude. Let him be a bad dude. I don't never want his backstory. I don't want to know why he's a bad dude. I don't even care why he's interested in that girl. Just keep him the way he is.
That was part of the draw of the show is not knowing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was like Prison Break. So I thought Prison Break was a fine show for a season or two.
Yeah, it was great for the first season or two, and then it again like that, it went off the fucking rails.
It was definitely a show that shouldn't have lasted as long as it did. Because I was watching it, I never finished I never got to the end. But I got to the point where like we have to break into this jail this season.
Right.
And be in there.
You gotta break into a Mexican prison. All right, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, I'm like, come on, man. And then the whole thing with the secret with the first prison, and they keep coming up with new tattoos for this guy to fit whatever's happening. I'm like, that's not how tattoos fucking work.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not at all, man. You got a tattoo, that's pretty much it. Oh man, yeah, Prison Break was awful because it turned so bad.
So, all right, this is I kind of agree that you shouldn't have to force through a season or two to decide that something's watchable. However, when it comes to like Parks and Rec, you literally could just skip the first season, watch half of a shitty season, and be good. Because it becomes a completely different fucking show. Like, it really doesn't make any difference if you've watched the first bit, because they kind of change it up and steer into the skid, and like a lot of characters change the way they are anyway.
Yeah.
But it started out as wanting to just be a kind of spin-off-y, almost clone of The Office, and it just didn't work. And the guy, Mark Brandanowitz, that character disappears for the fucking better. And because they realized exactly what Gene was saying. He brought nothing to the show, nothing against the actor himself, but just the way he was written was just unimportant. Right. And then they brought in, what was it, Adam Scott and fucking.
Oh, Adam Scott is what made that show. Him
and her, and even to a lesser extent, Rob Lowe was like as the, I don't know, very like upbeat straight man, even, you know, like, and Adam Scott is a straight man. Like, they came in and they made the fucking show so much better.
Right, exactly. And you know,
it's sort of like It's Always Sunny when they brought Danny DeVito in, it just stepped it up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes that stuff fails bringing in a new character, and sometimes it doesn't. Like with The Office, is the mistake of trying to replace Michael because he's irreplaceable. You can't have another Michael. It's impossible. So they need to find something different. And one of the differences that worked was the guy that stayed for a whole season was, what's his name, from Blacklist.
Yeah, fucking old Robert California, fucking.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I did not like that character, but I liked that they had the balls to do something entirely different.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, you know, and I think that was part of what they intended to do. Like, because the other ones they did very short lived, and I think that was intentional,
right?
As a way to sort of be like, look, this is what we give you if we try to just clone Michael, and it's not going to work. So I think that they played that well.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't dig the fact that they completely changed the fucking Andy character to become to fit what they wanted him to be as the fucking manager at the end.
Right.
They made him just like a useless piece of shit all the time.
Yeah.
It would have been interesting to play to his original strengths, but it would have been tough. It would have been a different show.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get why they did it, but like, come on, man! Like, they could have just ended it shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
But why kill a cash cow unless it dies of natural causes?
Right.
Well, yeah.
And it's still some people's favorite seasons of The Office are after Michael left. I mean,
one show that I think actually got it right, like from beginning to end, The Good Place, right? That show,
Good Place is good as fuck. Yeah.
Just the right amount of seasons to wrap everything up. Nothing got extended for longer than it needed to. The storyline changed season to season enough to where it didn't get still. Oh, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that was a solid show.
That was a great show. And I think The Office was pretty good. And there are some great post Michael seasons because they did keep to the Dunder Mifflin family, and those are the characters you really cared about and wanted to see what was happening with them. You know, the funny stuff was funny, but you really wanted to see what was happening with you know, if you'd gotten rid of what's his face, I always forget names. It's silly guy. The accountant, the fat guy, the stupid guy.
Stanley or whatever.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. Thank you.
Oh, he's the black guy. Yeah.
Had Kevin left, it would have been awful because it's not like he was holding the show together or anything, but it's just one less person to care about.
Right.
Yeah. And even like Erin comes in. Erin comes in as like the new secretary girl, and she became a great character. I liked her, and she had moments of great heart, but she was always had a very dark, twisted character story to her.
Right.
Because, you know, her time in the orphanage and stuff, and they always got really, really dark.
Right. She wasn't great, but she had her moments in general. Like the her and Michael Scott shit was really good. Like,
yeah,
she looked at him like a dad.
Yeah, it was neat. I like that a lot. I love watching it play out.
Honestly, Michael Schur, like as a producer, is fucking like he put out good shit. Like so because he was The Office, Good Place, fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine, amazing as well.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec, like the dude made good shit.
Yeah.
Plus, he Moe's.
The biggest mistake The Office ever made was the assassination of Andy, because man, they really just had to destroy that character once they put their mind to it. Because he was a neat.
I'm glad they changed him from the initial character though, because he was just an unlikable, angry jackass.
Well, it's great, and he came back, and he was fun, Andy. You know, the dope you wanted to root for. He was the underdog,
right?
And then they made him a big jerk, like you didn't want him touching Aaron because he's a nasty man, you know?
Right, exactly. He came back around like almost full circle.
Yeah, and I was like, man, he was worse than the character he had started out as. And I don't know what that was all about. And then they snapped it back to the likable guy again. And okay, I get it. you learned from your mistake, but I'm supposed to forget what an asshole he was to Aaron.
Right.
Yeah. Multiverse.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
The Office multiverse.
We're just talking about all kinds of current events. Am I right? Current
events.
That's all right.
Hey, listen, yeah, it's getting to be about 10 o'clock here, gentlemen. I think it's a good jumping off point because unlike the guy up here in the top right corner, I have to get up and go to work in the morning.
Bitch.
Well, I have to wake up and take pills in the morning, so yeah. Well, thanks for having me on. I really like coming on and talking about this stuff.
Right. Well, yeah, same, man. It's good talking to you. And no, John, you do need to go to work because somebody's got to fucking pay for me to go see like movies or fucking Hogan's Hangout or whatever else.
Hey, I told you that I would pay to get you in a Hogan's Hangout, but I told you you had to put out.
I always do, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's all about what that mouth do, though.
or whatever.
Right, yeah, I actually was kind of falling asleep anyway. Not that the conversation wasn't good, just that I'm on drugs. But so yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, the wrong kind of drugs. We need that's we just need to get you all cranked up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go, and let me know when this is up if you're gonna put it up. And
It's
Well,
live right
it's
now.
live. So as soon as we finish, it's gonna fucking publish it like
It's
fully.
gonna be live.
It's been
It's
on
gonna be on
live
the
the whole time.
It's gonna be on the YouTube channel more than the Facebook Live because I realized about halfway through that I never linked it to Facebook.
I noticed that we were only getting YouTube views, though. Yeah,
So
but
you
it
know.
should because it's linked now to the Facebook, right?
it is, but it may
So
not
it
go
should
back all the
publish
way.
the whole thing. We
may just upload the whole video.
We'll find out. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, man. So we should try to figure out maybe weekly, bi-weekly, whatever works, man.
Yeah.
You know.
for sure, absolutely.
All right, man. We'll count on it. I'll get the invite out to you.
And once you start selling your comics again, you know, if you start doing that, we can let you fucking have a little fucking segment where you show off what you're selling this week or whatever, you know.
That'd be cool because I have some eBay stuff. Well, I had eBay stuff up. It's stated, but I've been doing eBay for a bit, and I've been very successful.
Bro, eBay bends you over so hard, though.
They do.
Their fucking fees are so bad. I swear we're gonna end this, but I recently went back to eBay after a very long time of not selling on there. I happened to find an unopened box of like the Fleer, like 1994-ish era, like X-Men cards.
Right.
And so it's like fucking I put it up and I like instantly sold for I don't know, like $150, some shit like that. But then like solidly like almost $50 of that shit went right to eBay in one way or another.
Yeah, it's a shame, and I don't like that either. But it keeps me having to do it. You know, it makes me accountable, and I like that. Yeah, that's why I just do it. Oh, but all right, yeah, we'll talk more later about it.
All right, guys.
Good
all right, buddy. Thank you.
Join us for the pop up. We'll get something more steady on the schedule. So the people who dig us on Facebook will know when and where, and
it won't just be like, hey, we're gonna do this shit in 10 minutes. Let's do it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, I do better with more time to prep.
Yeah, I understand that. Me too, actually.
All right, gentlemen.
We'll talk soon.
Be good.
See ya.